What is up, you guys? My name is Breyonna, and today we are going to be revisiting the brand new Norvina Volume 4 palette, which, oh my gosh, like, I love this palette. It is so cool and just super pretty. Like, I just love the colors of it. I think it's so gorgeous. Like, it's super pink and super girly. But if you'd like to see my original review on this palette, I'll have it linked in the description box down below for you. And in that look, I did something like super bright and super pink. And when I was doing that look, I was like, man, I really want to try out these smoky purples in here because they look so pretty in the pan. So that's kind of like where I got my inspiration today, was these two shades right here. But before we jump into this video, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on my Instagram page, it is @lethal_kitten. And on Instagram, I post a bunch of tutorials over on there if you're looking for some inspiration. So for eyeshadow primer today, we are going to be using my favorite, which is from ABH. I like squirted myself in the face with that. I'm just gonna apply like maybe like that. And I'm just gonna blend it out using this Sigma P87. So the first shade that we are going to be going in with is this really pretty kind of like dusty lavender shade, and it's called C4. Using this Morphe M433 brush, I'm just going to be applying this smoky purple in the crease in the outer half of my eye. And I'm only bringing it halfway through. I don't want it any further in than that because we're going to apply another shade there in a minute. And I'm also using it to round out my outer V. And I'm kind of like taking my brush and I'm kind of like packing it on in this area too. I'm also just going to build up this color too and really smoke it outwards because I want to do something really dramatic today. I recently did this technique with the Mel Cosmetics Muerte palette and I seriously loved how it turned out, so that's why I want to do it again today. And if you'd like to see that video, I'll have it linked in the description box down below for you, and it is super cool. I love how it turned out. It was like a really beautiful like dark blue smoky eye with like a little pop of teal to it. And I do want to wing out this purple just a little bit, so what I'm going to do is take my brush and place it right in this kind of outer V area, right where my eyelid stops. And then I'm just going to start flicking it up as if I was doing a wing liner, and then start connecting it into my crease. But like, trust me on this, you definitely want to do your eyes first with this type of look. It just makes it so much easier. And also you'll be able to get a really crisp line on the outer V. Since you have that lavender laid down and blended out, the next one that we are going to be going in with is this kind of like deeper taupey brown shade called B5. And I'm just going to be packing this color on in the outer third of my lid, and then I'm slightly bringing it up into my crease. Oh, and the brush that I'm using is this one from Profusion. It's like a pinch blending brush, and it is called a Firm Blending Eyeshadow E2S. And then I'm just going to start building up this color just a little bit. And again, I'm only applying this shade in the outer half. I don't want to bring it any further inwards. And then using that Morphe M433 brush that we applied that lavender with no additional product, I'm just going to start kissing the edge of that taupey brown, just to help blend everything together. So the next shade that we are going to be going in with is honestly the one that really inspired me to do this look, and that is this beautiful smoky purple shimmer shade called C3. And then using a damp and flat shader brush, I'm going to be applying it to the center of my lid first. Okay, that's a really cool shadow. It's like a dark purple, but it has a lot of blue shimmer to it. Like, kind of like a duochrome effect. And once you have this packed down, I'm going to slightly bring whatever's left on my brush right into my crease, just a little bit. But seriously, I am so obsessed with this purple shade right now. Like, it's like a smoky purple, like what we used in the crease, but it has like this beautiful bright blue reflect to it. Like, I don't know if you guys can see it as well as I can in person, but it just has like this really cool effect to it. And I'm just going to take whatever's left on my brush too and slightly overlap it with that smoky taupe, just so everything is all nice and blended together. And then using whatever's left on that brush that we applied that lavender matte with, I'm just going to go right above that shimmer that we used, just to help tie it into everything else. So the next shade that we are going to be going in with, I guess you would call it like a shimmery dusty rose, and that is called D4. And using a different flat shader brush, I'm just going to be packing it on the rest of my lid. Ooh. That is really cool. At first I was going to use one of like the taupey shimmery shades, but then I saw this one and I swatched it and I was like, we need to try it out. Like, this shade to me is kind of like a mauve, kind of rosy shimmer shade. It has a really cool vibe to it. I don't think I have anything like this one in my collection. With whatever's left on my brush, I'm just slightly overlapping it with that purpley blue. And I'm also slightly bringing it up into my crease. Yeah, I don't think I like that mauve shade in the crease. I don't know, it just has a really weird look to it. So what I'm going to do is actually mix this A4 kind of like taupey shade in with E1, which is kind of like a corally color. Then using that mixture on this BH Cosmetics No. 4 brush of the Zodiac Eye Set, I'm just going to be applying this into my crease. in the center half of my eye. And then I'm doing these little circular motions to blend that upwards towards my brow, as well as into that smoky lavender shade. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about this right now. Maybe it'll be better once we get some lashes on, and maybe we should go in with a glitter or something. But I mean, like, it's cute and it has potential. It's just, I don't know, it's just not my favorite. I don't know why, but I'm just not feeling this look right now, but I'm gonna go in with this A2 shade. It's like a shimmery shade, and maybe that'll fix it. And then using my finger, I'm just going to be pressing it in where we apply that pink shade. I'm just going on my lid. Oh yeah, I like that a lot better. And I'm slightly overlapping it with that smoky purple shimmer too, just to help blend everything together. But yeah, like this definitely improved it a lot for me, because I like that kind of like dusty rose shade that we used, but I don't know, it's just not sparkly enough for where we applied it. So for liquid liner today, I'm just going to use this one from Morphe. It is called the Felt Tip Liquid Liner in the shade Ink, and it has a really nice precise tip. So for mascara today, we're just going to use this one from Benefit. It is called They're Real. It's a really pretty natural looking mascara. I will say I do slightly prefer Bad Gal Bang just because it's a little bit more voluminous. But if you want like a really nice natural looking mascara, I would definitely recommend trying this one. And then for lashes, I'm just going to go in with these ones from Lilly Lashes in the style CEO. They're kind of like a fluttery lash and also really wispy. And then for face primer today, I'm just going to use this one from Urban Decay. It is the all-nighter one. I really like this one. And I'm doing maybe like about a pump and a half. Rubbing it between my fingers and then applying it to the center of my face first. So for foundation today, I want to try something different, so we're going to go in with this one from NYX. I've never used it before, and this is the Can't Stop, Won't Stop Full Coverage Foundation, and I don't know if it's going to be too yellow or not. I'm not 100% sure. And we're going to go in with shade Pale, and I'm assuming that this is a runny foundation, so let's apply it to the back of our hand first. Ooh, that isn't runny at all. I don't know why I was expecting it to be, but it's definitely a little bit on the thicker side. Ooh, she is yellow though. I don't know if this is going to work for me or not, but I guess we're going to find out. Because this was like the closest shade that I could visually see that could work for me. I wasn't 100% sure. And I'm just going to like dot this on my face. On the back of my hand, I have about a pump of product just in case I want to build it up. Oh yeah, this may be a little too yellow. But maybe it'll be different once we blend it out. So I'm just going to blend this out using my Morphe sponge. You know, maybe it's not actually that bad. Yeah, definitely once it's blended out, it isn't as yellow on me. Gotta say though, I don't know if I would consider this one a full coverage. It almost looks a little bit more on the medium side. But it is going over all of my problem areas really, really nice. Because I've had a lot of texture like right in here recently. Because I've been trying out retinol. And it's going over that flawlessly. And also, it's blending out really nice too. I don't know if you guys are like this too, but I love NYX's foundations. I think they're really nice. And recently I have been really obsessed with them, especially the Born to Glow. But honestly, if like this one lasts all day for me and it doesn't get all creasy, I could see myself using this one again. Because it's going on really, really nice. I don't know if I like that foundation over my dry spots. Like after it's sat for a minute, it kind of looks a little bit more drying on me. I don't know if you guys can see it, but like right in here, it just looks really dry. It's not like crusty looking. It's just kind of like clinging onto those areas. And I think maybe this side you can see a little bit better, like right in here. I mean, I would use it again, but I wouldn't use it if my skin is really dry. So I was going through my collection and I found this contour stick from Rimmel. It is called the Insta Duo Contour Stick, and I'm just going to go in with the shade Light. I'm not going to go in with the highlighting side. I just want to use the contour. Because the highlighter in this one is just like a little too dark for me. But ooh, that's really dark. Hopefully this blends out because she's looking a little too dark for me. You know, the packaging of this really reminds me of the KKW ones. Like, I don't see anybody talk about those ones anymore, but the packaging has like a similar vibe to it. And I'm just going to take that Morphe sponge again and start blending it out. You know, that's actually not blending out too bad. It's taking a little bit more effort than my Fenty one. She's getting blended. I don't know how I feel about the color though. It's a little orange on me. Maybe it'll be better once we blend out the whole face though. Because at first, like, this was looking real pigmented and I was kind of worried for a second. But you know, after blending it out, it definitely sheared down a little bit. Like, to me, this is almost like a bronzer instead of a contour, because it definitely is not cool tone on me. I don't know if you guys have this happen too, but when I'm blending out like the sides of my face, all my flyaways like to get into everything and just kind of like get all caked in there, and it is so annoying. And then for concealer today, I'm just going to go in with this one from Makeup Revolution. It is the Supersized Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer, and we're going to go in with shade C0.5. I used this in my last tutorial, and I loved how it looked. Like, it just has a really nice look underneath the eyes. But, like, the applicator of this one is thick. That's kind of nice, though, too, because then you can get really up in there in your inner tear duct area. And then again, using that Morphe sponge, I'm just going to start blending it out. Do you see what I mean, though? It looks so good underneath the eyes. And also, it's really lightweight. Because I don't know about you guys, but I hate really, like, thick and goopy concealers underneath my eyes. It makes me look so creasy and almost kind of, like, crepey in a way. Like, it makes my under eyes look really, like, liney. So I really want to try out this new liquid highlighter from NYX. It is called California Beamin'. It is a face and body liquid highlighter, and it's kind of like a yellowy gold, and this is the shade Pearl Necklace. So I had somebody tell me that you have to apply it after your foundation, and it works a lot better. Because again, I haven't really experimented all that much with liquid highlighter. So if you guys have any tips, let me know. But I'm just applying it right to the tip of my cheekbones. And I'm just going to take this Morphe sponge and lightly tap it out. Let's hope it doesn't mess up my foundation. She's cute, but it's definitely not like super crazy, like glittery or sparkly. Kind of wish that this one was a little bit more blinding. Like, I expected it to be really intense, but it definitely has a little bit more natural of a look to it. I'm going to try like blending it out with my finger, and maybe that would make a difference. Yeah, definitely apply this one and blend it out with your finger. Because it definitely made it way more blinding this way. It's also just a little easier to work with too. Yeah, I'm just not vibing with this. I don't know. It's like being like chunky and weird. And it's like slightly lifting in some areas. I don't know. I don't know if it's the product or it's just because of me, because again, I haven't really used liquid highlight all that much. This is probably like the second or third time I've ever used it. But so far, I don't know, I don't like the formula of this. It's like getting really chunky and hard to work with. I definitely need to start experimenting more with liquid highlight just so I can get a better idea on like how it works and how you should apply it. But I don't know, like this is the reason I use powder, is because I feel like it's just a little bit more on the foolproof side. So for loose powder today, I'm just going to go in with this one from ColourPop. I don't have the newest packaging version of it. This one is a little bit older of a design. And this is the No Filter Setting Powder in the shade Translucent. And then again, using that Morphe sponge, I'm just going to set right underneath my eyes, around my nose, and then in my smile lines. Because I do not want these areas to get crusty or cakey looking, because I crease really bad there. And it's almost instantly too. It's super annoying. Ooh, I forgot how nice this powder is though. It like melts right into the skin. That highlight though was looking so chunky monkey off camera, like I had to fix it. Like it was just driving me nuts. So I used this ColourPop Super Shock highlighter in the shade Your Catch. This one is one of my all-time favorites. And I mean, like, look at how blinding she is. Like, she's gorgeous. So for powder contour today, we're going to be using one of my all-time favorites, and this one is from ColourPop in the shade Matchmaker. It is from the Mulan collection. And I want to try out this brush from Morphe. I've never used it before. This is a M405, and it's like an angled blush brush. Ooh, like that fits a cheekbone nice. I will say she's a little stiff. I'm used to a synthetic. But ooh, she's like packing it on. That's kind of why I wanted to go in underneath my cheekbone first, because if anything's going to get super dark, I want it right there just to get like a little bit more definition. Like, I actually like how that looks. Man, like this brush really packs on product. I mean, it makes it look nice. It's just, it really gets in there. I feel like this brush though would be really good for like super blushy kind of looks. You know, like when you want a lot of blush and you don't want to sit there like layering it up, I feel like this brush would be really good for that. And I'm just going to be applying this Matchmaker blush anywhere that we apply that Rimmel stick, just to help bring a little bit more color back to my face. So I'm just going to go in with lipstick now because I need some balance, and I want to try out this one from Gerard Cosmetics. This is the Hydra Matte in the shade Gravity, and it's like this really cool tone purpley gray. So now we're going to start working on the lower lash line, and I think I want to go in with that smoky lavender shade that we used earlier called C4. And then using this Luxie 231 small tapered blending brush, I'm just going to start smoking this right underneath the lower lash line. So for the inner corner highlight, we could go with something out of the palette, but I really want to try out this highlighter from Milani. I used the blue one the other day and fell in love with it. And this is from the Ludicrous Lights collection, and it's called Pinkaroo. And it's like this pinky purple duochrome. And then using this teeny tiny little pencil brush from Profusion, I'm going to be popping that right in my inner corner. And I'm also bringing it underneath the inner tear duct area to open up the eye. I mean, she's cute, but I don't know if I like it in the inner corner. Like, it's not bright enough. See if we can kind of like layer it up a little bit. Yeah, I'm just not feeling it. Like, it is literally the exact same shade as our like inner portion of the lid. So I guess we're going to do a take 2 on the inner corner highlights. So I'm going to go in with this one out of the palette called C1. It's kind of like a pinky shade. And then using that same brush, I'm just going to be packing the shade out of this into my inner corner. And I'm also bringing it underneath the inner tear duct area to open up the eye. Oh yeah, I like that one so much more. She's actually a really pretty shade too. Because like in the pan it looks a lot darker than this, but once it's applied it has like a little bit more of like an icy feel to it. So for our waterline today, I'm just going to use this pencil from Morphe. It is in the shade Coconut, which is a white. And like this pencil is so nice. And it lasts really long on me too. Because I have like really, really watery eyes. So for blush today, I really want to go in with this one from Lancome. I found it in my collection and it is called Blush Subtle. I don't know if I'm saying it right. And the shade is a plum, but I feel like it's going to go so well with this eye look. And I'm just going to use this Sigma F40 brush and start stippling it right on my cheekbones. And if you go over the highlight, don't worry about it because we can always apply more in a second. Oh yeah, like this shade is literally perfect with this eye look. Because I didn't want something like too pink and I didn't want something too warm, and I saw this one, I was like, man, like that looks perfect. And I'm just going to take whatever's left on that Morphe sponge and kind of like tap out the edges. Because my brush, I don't know, it has like a weird shape, like I don't know why it dried like this, but it kind of got like everywhere. So I'm hoping that this will just kind of like finesse it a little bit. I had full intentions of doing like a really funky highlight today, but you know what, I kind of like what we have going on right now. So I'm just going to go back in with that one from ColourPop called You're a Catch, and I'm just going to go in with this Sigma F03 and just go right on top of what we already had applied. So I'm just going right on my cheekbones. But yeah, so here's the finish like using the Norvina Volume 4 palette, and I gotta say, you know, what I had planned going into this and how it turned out are completely different. You know, I want to do like a grayish purple smoky eye and then maybe have like mauvey pinks everywhere else. But you know what, I'm kind of living for the gothic fantasy. Like, I think this turned out super cool and it's just really different. In the comments down below, let me know if you'd like to see more looks using this palette, and also let me know if you'd like to see more looks using any of the other Norvina palettes and which one in particular, because if you guys would like to see it, I would love to film it for you guys. But as always though, if you haven't already, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below and also give this video a like. And if you'd like to check me out over on Instagram, it is @lethal_kitten. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye!